our Soviet comrade here, Tоварищи. Step forward. We're still friends, you see. We're 1940, 1941 before we invaded the Soviet Union. But anyway, we got here a mauser gun, the typical Russian rifle. Okay, we've got the Russian officer here carrying a mauser gun, a sharpshooter, so a sniper rifle, got the scope, all original, 1942 dated. So this is the rifle we would carry in someone like those sharpshooter sniper movies, Consider Times, etc. in Stalingrad. Here's the Russian officer wearing his trousers, of course, long boots, and he's got his epaulets. He's kitted out as he would have been right back in 1941, 42. Thank you, Tоварищи. Спасибо. We've got here we go. When you see a traffic controller, you saw them in Berlin. You see a lot of the pictures of them directing traffic. The flags have gone straight, that's okay. She's got the P that denotes her as being the traffic controller, and she wears the typical Soviet uniform as well. The Soviets employ a lot of women in the front lines, not so much the Germans and the Allied troops. They use more female in the, supporting signal staff, etc. So if you turn around just quickly, you can see she's just carrying the water bottle there, straightforward, carrying the pilot top, and thank you. We move on to our Volksstream man, and I'll let him explain a little bit to you what he's about. He's, at the end of the war, every man basically, or young adult from 15 onwards, or young children, 15 up, had to be drafted to defend the Reich, and he's been drafted. He's a World War I veteran. He's been at home looking after his family, his farm, and now he has to defend the Reich.
And I would be issued with this particular armband, and it might be the only indication at all that I was in the service of the armed forces. If I'm lucky that I'm dressed out in what passes for a hodgepodge of military equipment, military uniform. I've got a Luftwaffe belt, I've got Panzer tank pants, I've got an army shirt, I've got all sorts of bits and pieces because that was all that was left at the very end of the war, and I was given what was possible. But if I was only able to wear civilian clothes, then so be it. But I would wear this armband to distinguish me, to say that I was in the service of the armed forces, and I would not be captured and shot on the spot as a partisan. So the particular weapon I have is a 6.5mm Kakana. This one was made in 1940. It's huge stocks of these weapons were transported back to Germany after the capitulation of Italy in 1943, and it was the weapon that was most commonly used by the Deutsche Volkssturm at the end of the war. What I will do is fire 3 rounds, and I would normally have 5 rounds in here, but it's not a very friendly rifle with blanks. The head of the projectile here is a very large one, but with blank it's missing and does not chamber all that well, so I'll be chambering them individually.
Okay, go. Good. Fire! Thank you. Now we move to we move on to the Australian digger. Again, we have that day coming up on Wednesday. We have a Commonwealth representative in our club. We're more than welcome to have people who are interested in Commonwealth reenacting. Please come along. A big clap, please, for our digger. He's here.
This is basically, I'm set up for the desert. Earlier part of the war, where the Australian soldiers typically were